Due to the graphic and disturbing nature of the crimes discussed, listener discretion is advised. Retrostatic Radio presents Killing 15 Minutes.
Hello and welcome to Killing 15 Minutes, where you get your true crime fix in 15 minutes or less, or your podcast is free. I'm your writer, Sam Rossi, and shortly I'll be handing over a rough draft of a script to my brother, AJ, who hasn't read it, who's most likely has no idea what we're talking about. This should be fun. Good luck, bro.
Thank you, Sam. Let's see if this one's any better than last week's. On January 24th, 1985, in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, a lone gunman came into Douglas Ivens' house. Finding Ivens and Linda Reaves in the house, he shot Ivens 3 times and Reaves twice in the head. Linda died on the spot. Ivens, however, would survive. The gunman was identified as Bigler Bub Stouffer II, and Stouffer's was the boyfriend of Ivens' estranged wife, Velva.
I double-checked that twice.
Okay. According to the court sources, Stouffer went to Douglas saying Vulva was in danger and he needed a gun. I know what I said. Ivens got Stouffer a .38 caliber pistol. Stouffer then shot Ivens 3 times before walking to the sofa and killing Linda. Stouffer was arrested the same day. Initially, he denied involvement before admitting to shooting Ivens. While in jail, Stouffer told Velva that he did the shooting. The prosecution went for the death penalty. Bigler Stouffer stood trial for murder and another attempted murder charge on June 27, 1985, at the Oklahoma County District Court. During the trial, Stouffer denied that he murdered Reaves. He claimed that she was already dead when he arrived at Ivens' house. He then shot Ivens during a fight over the gun. On July 1, 1985, after 90 minutes, he was found guilty on all charges. 2 hours later, he was recommended for the death penalty. On July 22, 1985, Stouffer formally sentenced to death. While on death row, Stouffer alleged that the mastermind behind a murder for hire.
He was allegedly the mastermind behind a murder for hire.
While on death row, Stouffer alleged that he was a murder for hire behind... Okay, so he was the mastermind behind a murder for hire to kill Douglas Ivens?
Mm-hmm.
But what would be the masterminding here?
Hold on. Read through.
In July 86, a father-son duo of Billy Blackstone and Richard Blackstone were arrested for attempting to kill Ivens and former gubernatorial candidate Ron Schatz. The Blackstones, allegedly involved in the murder of Reggie Gonzalez, said they received orders from Stouffer to shoot and kill Ivens. Another death row inmate, Richard Rohem Jr., was allegedly involved in the plot as well. In May 1987, Stouffer was charged with soliciting the Blackstones to murder both Ivens and Schatz. The Blackstones, also charged, testified the same to the state. Rohem also turned state's evidence on the condition he'd not be charged. On October 17, 1987, charges were dismissed for Stouffer on the grounds that investigators failed to provide reliable evidence of his involvement. The Blackstones were found guilty for the murder of Gonzalez, pled guilty to attempting to kill Ivens and Schatz. Rohem was the longest-standing member of death row. He was executed on June 27, 2024, 40 years after murdering his stepdaughter. On January 15, 1999, Stouffer appealed to the 10th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals on the grounds of ineffective counsel. The court agreed to grant him a rehearing of his claims, unlike previous appeals. On July 31, 1999, U.S. District Judge Cawthorne ruled Stouffer had ineffective counsel. In June 2000, the 10th Court Circuit of Appeal stated that he needed to be released or retried within 120 days of the ruling. Retrial started on January 21st, 2003 for the murder of Linda Reaves and the attempted murder of Douglas Ivens. Both Douglas and his ex-wife Velva testified as witnesses in the retrial. On February 5th, 2003, after 8 hours over 2 days, deliberations found Stouffer guilty of both charges. 3 days later, after hearing victim statements, he was sentenced to death once again. He ran out of appeals in 2017. He applied for clemency both at the state and federal level. The Oklahoma Clemency Board voted 3-2 to recommend clemency, which was denied twice. On December 9th, 2021, 79-year-old Bigler Stouffer III met his end with a needle at Oklahoma State Penitentiary. He denied a special meal and had his normal meal, which Sam did not put down in the script.
No, I did not.
I'm assuming it's whatever the prison was serving at the time?
Yes.
Okay.
They gave it to me, and I was just like...
So what the fuck was up with that?
Alright, so supposedly, according to the cops, Stouffer wanted to kill Ives for the insurance money. Ivens, you're right, sorry. Ivens for the insurance money.
What insurance money?
If he was dead, Velva would have gotten the life insurance.
Because ex-wife.
Because they weren't ex-wives yet. He wasn't...
They were estranged. They were separated. Yeah. Okay. Okay, then what was with this whole murder for hire thing? Same thing? Was that he just wanted the insurance, so he kept trying to get other people to do it?
No, this one was...
Sounds more like he was just trying to...
tie up loose ends.
It doesn't even sound like... No, it sounds less than that. It sounds more like he was like, it was always me. And then the Blackstones are like, sure it was. And then Rohan was like, yeah, we met each other, so clearly you were involved. I was involved in your shit too. But then again, that's just how you laid it out. It might have been a mastermind scenario.
Yeah, it might have been, but it didn't sound that way to me.
No, it sounded like really, really fucking dumb. It sounded so stupid.
Sounds like something you'd see in a movie.
Yes, and then Daniel Craig would be screaming, it's not brilliant, it's fucking dumb. You should watch Glass Onion, by the way. It's really good.
Okay, Glass Onion?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Knives Out 2, Glass Onion.
Oh, okay.
Jamie Lee Curtis is in the first one.
I know, I've seen the first one.
I like the first one.
It was interesting.
Second one, I think, is actually slightly better.
Okay. Anyways.
Sorry, that's not the point. I have no point. Don't shoot people.
Thought it was interesting that he was able to get a retrial on ineffective counsel.
You know, I was actually kind of surprised on that, too. A lot of people try doing that sort of thing. Or the fact that the clemency board, was like 3-2 twice. You know what I mean?
That popped up. That they were more worried that they were going to botch the execution because there was a referendum put in place in the state of Oklahoma at one point because there was two botched
needles at the
within I think 12 months of each other or something like that. So they put a referendum in place. Then everything was taken care of, so they went back to it.
Neat. Well, neat insofar as it's slightly interesting. I know not everything's gonna be the Unabomber.
Nope, nothing's gonna beat the Unabomber right now.
I've been told I was so angry for part 3.
I didn't think you were angry. I think I just made it really choppy.
Probably. Especially since when you take out all the gaps, you take out all the gaps.
Yeah, I didn't think I took out that many gaps, but
so instead of me, being poignant, over a 3-minute period, now I'm screaming for a minute straight. I listened to that earlier today, by the way.
Okay.
Guess what?
I told you that I didn't like it.
You didn't know how to edit it. That doesn't mean go through and take out all the pauses. That means uncut is uncut. The pauses are as poignant as what I say. Now everyone needs to get into the comments and say, where's his Gilmore Girls rant that you cut 3 episodes earlier?
All right. I'm Sam Rossi.
I'm AJ Carey.
Later, y'all.
Killing 15 Minutes is hosted by Arthur Carey, with scripts written and researched by Sam Rossi. If you like this episode or want to stay updated on this series, consider following Killing 15 Minutes on Patreon or Retrostatic Radio on all major social media platforms. Good night and God bless.
You're watching Retrostatic Radio.